Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. I am sending you all huge amounts of love and light energy today. Thank you so much for sharing your own personal high vibrational frequency with this channel. Know that by tuning in here, you are actively co-creating all of the messages and pieces of information that come out not only in this specific reading video, but in all other videos as well. And of course, time doesn't exist at the level of energy. So whenever you are aligning with this video, I do believe that there is some kind of message here for you. Do keep in mind that throughout these collective readings, I do tend to channel many different people, situations, and connections. So always use your own intuition and only take the messages that feel right and aligned for you personally. I channel these collective reading videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you are feeling a resonance here, I do invite you to subscribe to the channel, join our beautiful community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. Okay, so I am going to start today by shuffling the Soul's Journey deck, which isn't a deck I usually begin with. But here we have indecision in the reversed position. So what I'm getting here from this card is someone has made some kind of powerful decision. Now, do keep in mind as well that I tend to channel divine feminine and divine masculine energy dynamics. However, we all have a balance of the divine feminine and divine masculine energies within each of us. So these messages could apply to your internal divine masculine or divine feminine, or to an external person or situation, regardless of gender, because these labels for the purpose of my readings do not connect with any particular gender. They are speaking to energy dynamics. So for some reason, I keep getting the name Emma for someone that could resonate in a specific way. I'm also seeing the letter initials R, E, I, and L. Of course, when I channel very specific names, details, dates, etc., these tend to be meant for very specific individuals. So at the end of the day, it's always my goal through these readings to simply reconnect you with whatever your intuition is already speaking to you. That intuitive voice within you is where all your power is. All of that is within you, not externally. So what I'm getting with this card is someone's feeling very decisive. This could be you and your energy. This could be someone connected to you. But I am picking up that for a specific group I'm channeling here, this is someone connected to you who is making, or I should say they have made a decision mentally to want to fully pursue some kind of connection or relationship with you. Now, with relationships reversed, this may involve this person needing to break things off with someone else. This won't be the case for everyone listening, but this does speak to potentially a broken relationship or a breakup of some kind. This also could be a divorce, just depending on the circumstances or situation. Again, this could connect internally for someone. Someone here may be shifting into decisiveness about walking away from a certain person, situation, or relationship. This relationship doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. This could be a friendship as well. But what I'm getting very strongly is that there was the need to drop something in order to pursue something else. And again, this could be you, this could be someone external to you. I feel as well that around this situation with worry reversed, whoever this person is, I'm laughing because we're also getting the perseverance card. They're very perseverant, very persistent towards you. If this is someone external, if this is your internal energy, then you could be very persistent or very perseverant in general. Now, I keep getting the sign of Scorpio. This could be someone's sun, moon, or rising. I'm also getting Gemini energy as well, and possibly Cancer energy for someone here. But these energies can apply to really any portion of your astrological chart. This could be your sun, moon, or rising sign. And for others, that may not resonate at all. So someone here actually was a bit worried, and this worry may have been coming from a place of guilt. I especially see that if there was a broken relationship involved here. So if this person had to break off some relationship to move towards you, they may have been feeling guilt around that, but they've decided to make that choice. Whether or not that's happened in the 3D, they've made the decision to walk away from that person or situation. Now, I do see though with worry reversed, it's almost like part of this decisiveness is to release their fears and worries, because it's almost as though initially the thought of pursuing you or pursuing this connection left them feeling really vulnerable. And I see some worries coming up here, but something has pulled them through. I'm going to be channeling more into that. I don't typically channel such a long stream of emotion cards without pulling more specific tarot cards, but I felt many strong downloads coming through there for some of you listening. So do let me know in the comments if anything is resonating so far, or of course, if you hear anything that resonates with you. I would love to hear that you were the one that manifested that specific message. Okay, so what can I channel about the person or energy coming through here? What is pulling them through their fears? A powerful spiritual energy between the two of you. Their third eye seems to be especially lit up here. They may even feel a tingling in the head or forehead when they hear your voice or when they're around you. You might actually feel that way around this person as well. I'm getting the spiritual connection between the two of you is so strong that there is this deep soul recognition taking place. And in connection with that, I keep hearing something about there possibly being physical bodily sensations that you are experiencing as a result of the flow of energy between the two of you. Again, a lot of this seems centered around the eyes, the head, the forehead, could be tingling in the forehead. There's also something just coming through in general about the intensity of your eye connection with this person. Like, I'm hearing when I look into your eyes, I see an ancient land. It's like someone is saying that they feel that when they look at you, specifically when they look you in the eyes, they are taken back to ancient times, meaning past lifetimes. So regardless of what nature of soul connection we are dealing with here, it's one that's very deep and very ancient. I keep seeing like a warrior or someone who is involved with ancient royalty, like a royal court, something of that nature. This could resonate with some of your past life experiences, but the word that's coming out the most strongly is recognition. Now, what I am getting, interestingly, is that the person coming up here has never experienced a soul connection like this before. So to them, this connection to you is incredibly compelling. It's also very unique. Now, in contrast to that, I feel as though you listening to this reading have actually begun to encounter many more deep soul connections, whether these are connections that you are encountering in your dream state, not just what we traditionally think of as unconscious dreaming, but even astral realm sleep experiences where you are connecting in consciousness with other souls, or whether these soul connections are people that you've met in your physical waking 3D life experience. It seems as though I'm getting a very Seven of Cups energy, although we haven't pulled that card. We'll see if it comes up. But on your energy, I'm very much getting Seven of Cups, a lot of options, a lot of possibilities, specifically when it comes to spiritual connections in your life. This is because you've begun to emanate a very authentic, pure signal of your core soul frequency. And because the law of attraction attracts things and frequencies that are alike, as you are emanating more of that pure signal of authenticity, you are attracting others that share similarity at that deeper core level. The reason that many people struggle to attract deeper soul connections into their life is because they're actually struggling to emanate that pure, authentic core soul frequency. Now, of course, this is very natural because we are trained and programmed by society away from that pure frequency of our own soul. We are programmed with artificial layers that tend to dampen or dilute that signal. And so many of us who are on this path of spiritual awakening have really been simply on a path of unraveling those layers of programming and coming back home to ourselves, meaning coming back to that true core soul frequency. And again, as you are emanating more of that pure signal, you are attracting back many closely related soul connections, such as this person who absolutely is at the very least part of what we would consider your soul group, meaning they share a very similar soul frequency to your own. We could also call this a soulmate. However, for some of you, it's possible that this is a twin flame as well. And in that case, it would simply mean that they share an identical core soul frequency to your own, but only you can know how this resonates. Know that this is definitely either a soulmate or a twin flame. And because of that, I will most likely be putting those terms in the title of this video as well. So I see that this person, because of the deep soul recognition they're feeling to you, they are really wanting to pour out themselves with the Ace of Cups energy, but they want to outpour to you from a very pure spiritual space. I keep picking up that this is someone who worries about treating your connection with the utmost respect. Now, they don't treat all connections in their life this way. Specifically, I should say connections from their past, because I really feel that your presence in their life has spiritually deactivated any other attractions or connections that they may have been dealing with. And by the way, they are noticing that very strongly. They've noticed that since they've had this soul recognition of you in a conscious way, they've utterly lost attraction to any other person romantically that they were connecting with on a more superficial level. And that actually both pulls them in, but also scares them a little bit, because they're thinking, how am I ever going to get over this? I'm never going to be able to get over this person or to forget this person. And again, it's because you are dealing with someone here who's never attracted in a soul connection this deep. Now, of course, that may not be the case for you, because you are someone who does seem to be on this track of attracting in a lot of very deep and very meaningful soul connections. So that could also be creating some complications here, because not to say this is a one-sided connection, it's not by any means, but it's like you have this person stunned by the connection because it's like nothing they've ever felt. They've never encountered a soulmate this closely related to them in a spiritual sense. However, from your perspective, yes, this is a massively a massively exciting, ancient, deep connection. But I also get the sense this isn't the first or only time that you've had this kind of experience. I hope that's coming across in the right way. Do let me know if that's connecting for you, if you relate to that. I keep hearing the name Travis for someone. Maybe some of the letter initials T, R, A, V, I, or S are in someone's name here. Now, I feel like this person sees you not just as this potential love option, but they also see you as someone who's kind of heralding in this powerful new chapter in their own life. My guides are telling me that this is someone that you've connected with at a very pivotal time in their life, whether you realize that or not, whether this connection is happening spiritually in consciousness in more of the 4D and above dimensions, or whether this is a connection that has happened in the 3D. You've met this person when they were right at some kind of transition or some kind of decision point. Now, for some of them, as we channeled earlier, this could have been them choosing to break off a certain relationship in their life. For others of them, this could have been a transition with their work, with their business. Sorry, I know my voice got far away there for a second. A card flew out from the energy oracle cards. So we're going to be getting into that. But I want to finish this thread of thought, which is this person is at a transitional moment in their life. And so everything about the timing of your meeting and of your connection is incredibly cosmic. It is orchestrated very precisely, and the guides are really emphasizing the precision of the activation of your soul contract. How even if the timing looked strange or looked off, it was actually perfect from a higher perspective. Now, I am seeing that we have Angel of Love and also the World card in the upright position. So this person has been in a transitional time when it comes to opening themselves up to the next level of their own expansion. They've been seeking something, whether they realize it or not. They've been subconsciously or consciously requesting as a soul a higher level of expansion, to reach a higher level in their growth, personal development, or spirituality. And I know it sounds kind of strange, but it's almost like they asked for expansion and the universe sent them you. Of course, not to say that it's your responsibility to heal, change, fix anyone. Of course not. But what I really mean here is it's almost like this person perceives you as this gift from the universe that was sent to help them expand into this next level that they've been asking for. This is someone really willing, by the way, to do the introspection work, to do the work within themselves, to reach that next level. And the reason that they got the opportunity to meet you or connect with you, which we'll get into why that's such a rare opportunity, by the way, later on. But the reason they were given this opportunity is because they'd been taking the initiative on their own for a while. They'd actually been making the effort, taking the steps to better themselves, to improve themselves, to open their mind, to heal. And it's almost like the universe sent them to you. And by the way, they do perceive you as this almost angelic being, as this like gift sent to them by the universe. You were sent to assist this person at a very pivotal time in that process of expansion that they've already been taking initiative towards and undergoing. Now, circling back to why that is such a coveted and rare opportunity, you hold a very high status in the spiritual realm. And I don't say that lightly. Whoever I'm channeling here, you are a very powerful soul, and your soul is also very ancient. You carry a very deep kind of soul wisdom, and you've seen evidence of this, whether you have registered that evidence or not. from a very early age in your life, you were most likely the person that people around you went to for guidance, for advice, for help. You may have even been someone that when you were young, adults in your life may have went to you to talk about their problems or things going on in their life, because people naturally gravitate towards the ancient quality of your soul, regardless of your earth age at the time in terms of earth years. You are someone who carries a kind of depth about you. You've probably had many different people label you even as an old soul, even those who may not have been too interested in spirituality. So that, combined with the fact that you have a deep soul connection with this particular person, means that the two of you are being drawn together at this time to mutually reinforce each other in some way along your soul's path. Now, of course, with everything in this journey through life, you are also here on earth to practice your ability to consciously create, to consciously manifest things into existence through the power of your energy. So you can choose to mold this situation, to manifest it however you desire, whether that's to have a long-term romantic connection with this person or to have some other form of connection with them. Now, I don't typically do this, especially in the main readings on YouTube, but I feel really guided to actually go into some of the terms of the soul contract, let's say, between you and this person. I also hope that, or I'm setting the intention that these messages will bring forth some past life information, because there seems to be something deep and rich about that past life history that is coming into play in this lifetime. So, of course, I have to say, as we are getting into some much more specific details here, I'm going to be channeling for many different people and situations. So really activate and utilize your own inner intuition, especially for these portions of the reading. You already contain the Akashic records within yourself, essentially, that library of energetic information that holds the key to accessing all of your soul's history, your past lives, etc. All of that is already actually contained and stored within you. So if I say something that activates that resonance, that could be a sign that your intuition already knows that connects with a past life experience for you. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into that as a little bit of a starting point for this portion of the reading. So what is your past life history with this person? Wow, Knight of Cups in the upright position. So I feel that the person you are connected to in a past life was involved in some kind of royal court or the equivalent of that in whatever culture, place, or time we are channeling into. I feel that they may have been an advisor or someone that was close to a person that was in great power, but they weren't the one that was in that place of power, if that makes sense. Like they may have been an advisor to a king or to a ruler, someone who was a very strong warrior. This is someone who held a high position of success, but they were also second to someone else. And I feel that in this past life, deeply affected their self-image, their self-esteem, and they've actually carried that into this lifetime to work through energetically, which is this feeling of being second to others. They may even have one specific person in their life. The word rival is coming out. This could be, for example, a brother, a father, a friend, a boss, a coworker. I feel like they have someone in their life that they see as a rival, or someone who may have actually even been involved with them in a past life as well, who they see themselves as less than, and they constantly feel as though they are competing against this person. Now, if it's not a specific person in their life they feel like they're competing against, this could just be feeling as though they are always coming in second place or always second best to others. And again, there seem to be some deep self-esteem issues that come out of that for this person. Now, I will say, I keep picking up as well that in this past life, it seems as though this person was very much in love with you. However, there was a major blockage to the two of you being together. In fact, you may have actually been in some kind of arranged marriage with that person in power that they felt second best to. Of course, that doesn't have to be the case, but I feel almost as though you held a higher position than this person simply through your own connections. Again, you may have been married or in a relationship with, in a very arranged way, someone that this person felt second best to. And so I feel almost like they had a bit of a guilty conscience because they always felt as though they were pretending that they had full loyalty towards this person in power or towards this person they were advising, when really beneath the surface, they were both a bit jealous of them, and also they had this really intense love for you, which seemed to be something that would have presented major issues in whatever that relationship or connection was for them. Now, of course, some of this may apply much more loosely for you. It may not apply in these specific terms, but this is kind of the general dynamic that I'm getting from this person or situation. I almost feel with the moon card reverse that they had to keep all of this a secret or really buried in their subconscious. Like they tried to not be attracted to you, or they tried to not want you essentially because of the circumstances. And with the Two of Wands upright, they always felt extremely conflicted. This is like an energy of extreme conflict. I feel this was because of the divided loyalty here, but this also could have been an opportunity in that lifetime to, I'm hearing, to make a choice to run away. That could be literal for some of you. This person may have had the opportunity to actually pursue a connection with you. I feel that you yourself, if you were connected to someone else, it was very prearranged or it felt out of your control and it wasn't a situation that you were happy in. And so I feel that you chose this person, but it's like they chose security or stability over the intense love that they were feeling. And this may have left you very heartbroken in that past life and created this kind of energy dynamic that is now coming up in this lifetime. This is really fascinating. I don't know who this is connecting with here, but in the extended version of the reading, we're going to dive deeper into this. I feel like we're just scratching the surface here. So if any of this is resonating with you, in the extended version of the Patreon reading, I'm going to go more into not only your potential past life history with this person, but also how that could be affecting your current connection in this life, and what your souls intended coming together or meeting in this lifetime presently. So in that extended reading, of course, we will also be going into more channel details and information to expand upon the messages. I'll also be channeling any higher self or spirit guide messages that want to come through that reading as well. But for now, to close this first reading here on YouTube, I'm going to read from the Rumi Oracle card, the Angel Raspar. So let's go ahead and read a channeled message from the guidebook here. And the guidebook here says, "Tell me the truth. I asked love, what are you? I am the everlasting life, love said. I am the recurring joy of living. Rumi. And the guidebook also says, divine contribution is offered to those who wish to contribute to the world. The great beloved sees what is in your heart, what it is you wish to offer, and is saying yes. So you are being empowered to serve, to assist, to offer a genuine spiritual contribution to this planet, to become a sacred hand at work for the will of heaven. Such is the capacity bestowed upon the soul that is wise and filled with love and therefore desiring to serve. So then, do not doubt yourself, beloved. You have been blessed with this by the Master to find the precious jewel of your own soul and claim it. Cast aside your doubts then. It is part of your divine destiny to add something of great value to the world, something that has its place even amongst all that activity, something needed absolutely in the hearts of all. So what a beautiful place to close this first reading here on YouTube. Of course, if you do want to continue on with me now to the extended reading on Patreon, the link to join our beautiful Patreon soul tribe is in the pinned comment and description box underneath the video. You can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself. And of course, if you're feeling a resonance here, I invite you to subscribe to the channel and join our beautiful virtual community on YouTube. Otherwise, I am sending you all huge amounts of love today. Have a wonderful remainder of your day and week, and I will connect with you here again in Friday's reading.